Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to hunt Lynels in Tears of the Kingdom, and to avoid that type of experience in the game where the first time you see them you just run. Now, it's perfectly understandable for some people or for newer people to be intimidated by Lynels. They're lions that are humanoid. They have these very sharp weapons, they make these very scary roars, and it's totally fine. But this guide is made for you guys, and Lynels are some of the most powerful enemies in the game, but they can also be some of the most rewarding to defeat, since they drop good quality bows and high attack fuse materials that you can use for other enemies. Now, the first thing in this guide is identifying where are the Lynels. So, if you're coming from Breath of the Wild and you're like me, who wants to explore everything first, chances are you likely didn't see a Lynel at first glance. And if you go to this website, they actually have an interactive map that actually shows you all the locations of the Lynels. Right, so here is a picture showing all of the spawn locations at the time of recording. And again, just to emphasize, this is from Zelda.dungeon.net. And aside from Lynels, there's a lot of things that you can check in their map as well. Now, before you head out to hunt Lynels, you also need to make sure that you're properly equipped. So, for this guide, strictly speaking, you only need a bow, arrows, and a good weapon. Now, this good weapon can be done by going to the throne room in Hyrule Castle. So you can either use the jump pad in Lookout Point, or you can actually go and use this shrine near the throne room itself if you've already been to Hyrule Castle. So you need the Royal Guard's Claymore, since this actually has the skill Breakpoint, where the damage is multiplied by 2 just before it breaks. So as you can see here, once I get it, preferably you actually want to try to do a jump attack around 8 to 9 times so that it almost breaks. So what I did here was, after fusing the material of choice, it's up to you, the damage output of your weapon will increase 2 times. So in my case, I used a silver Lynel fusion, or a white Lynel fusion, or any type of fusion, and it gives me a final attack of around 170 plus damage. Now, you can do this with any material, but the point is, if you use the Royal Guard's Claymore, this is the ideal weapon. And yeah. So, what is actually the best way to fight a Lynel? So, the Lynel's attack patterns are very short-ranged, though they do use the bow at one point. So, that's how you're gonna fight them. It's ideal to use a combination of ranged and melee attacks. So, what I do is, I always aim for the head. When you're using the bow, any type of bow, you'd want to aim for the head. And this will stun the Lynel and give you a chance to mount it. Now, the reason why we're using mount is because when you attack a monster that's mounted, or sorry, that is mounted on, this doesn't actually decrease the current durability of your weapon. So this is perfect for weapons that have the skill Breaking Point, since they already have their Breaking Point. If you use it in Flurry Rush, it's going to break. So if you use it when the Lynel is mounted on, it's the best time to actually deal the most amount of damage and still keeping the weapon. So, as you can see in the video, I've been parrying most of the attacks. Now, it's really easy to talk about when to parry in video, but I'd like to suggest everyone to try to learn the attacks on your own. Get the feel for the parry. The general point of parrying is right before the attack hits you, so I think the fireball is easier to parry, but once the Lynel starts swinging his sword, that takes some practice, and that's okay. You need to take your time, enjoy the game. Tears of the Kingdom is very long, and there's a lot of things to do in this game, but if Lynels are something that you want to farm, yeah, just try to study them. And again, repeat the process until the Lynel dies, and it's pretty simple. So for a red Lynel, the battles usually last for only less than a minute. But once you reach silver Lynel fights, it's going to be a bit longer, but that's totally okay. So, just to summarize, we talked about where to find the Lynels in the game, what equipment to use, and what's the ideal strategy in fighting a Lynel. Hunting Lynels can be a challenge, but it can also be a lot of fun. And thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you learn how to hunt Lynels. If you have any questions, or if you're someone like me who wants to offer some advice, feel free to comment down below. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel for more Tears of the Kingdom content. And I try to upload new videos every day, and I hope you watch them too. So thank you so much, and see you on the next one.